campaign for the rising generation has achieved its major goal.
Is going to have a profound effect for generations to come.
But this campaign has truly transformed the campus.
We were able to fund 5 additional endowed professorships.
Judicial records.
That generosity sparks all of us.
Our soccer field is just perfect.
What we have here is cutting-edge technology.
Smart classrooms make homework so much easier.
I love the fitness center.
And the only reason we can do this is because of the incredible generosity and loyalty of our alumni.
If the founders of Liberty Hall had ever thought to themselves, we're good enough, the ruins would be all that's left of their academy. But each rising generation at Washington and Lee, while recognizing the university's remarkable progress, has said, we can do more. We can be better. The goal for the rising generation was $225 million. The experts said we'd never get close. They said we should set the bar $50 million lower.
That would have been the easy and the safe way out, and we could have achieved that goal without extending ourselves. But it doesn't feel good unless you stretch hard and you make yourself perform things that you weren't even confident you could do.
James Graham Layburn called it arete, the drive to excel in all of life's challenges. The total funds raised during the Rising Generation campaign exceeded the consultants' expectations by $70 million. But the dollars themselves are far less important than what they have accomplished.
It's important for our alums and our friends to recognize that the goal of the university isn't to raise money. Our mission isn't to amass a fortune. Our mission is to educate and teach, to attract the best faculty and the best students.
Not unmindful of the future, always rooted in its past. Washington and Lee gauges progress by some standards that change every day, and by some that have remained unchanged for centuries. The quality of student life in each new generation is the key to this vision.
The reason that I went to W&L was because I got a scholarship. I wouldn't have been able to go otherwise. I decided early on that when I was able to afford to do something similar to what had been done for me, I would do it for someone else.
Well, I'm enormously pleased that we raised all this money and put it into student financial aid, because it improves not just the quality of the students, but it increases the diversity of students. We can attract students who could never have afforded to come here before.
My family moved here from Australia 4.5 years ago. In order for me to go to college here, 4.5 years wasn't enough to save up enough money. And once I got my admissions from various colleges, W&L managed to give me the best package, and it was fantastic. It gave me an opportunity to come to the school. I'm really appreciative. I mean, it's great, and I can't thank them enough.
Matthew Bevan created a prize honoring 2 members of the dining services staff. The prize is given to a student who works in dining services, a job Matt once held himself.
I washed dishes in high school, and I washed dishes for 4 years at Washington and Lee. People who really are in the trenches helping other people, I mean, that are really doing it, are the last people to ever get any credit for it.
From a rugged one-building classical academy in 1749 to a nexus of 21st century technology, the campus of Washington and Lee University is the very symbol of its underlying spirit. Age-old wisdom, modern world, enduring values, cutting-edge research and teaching. The inspired dream of the founders is alive and well in the rising generation.
And the result is probably the most prolific building boom that this campus has seen since the front campus was put on the colonnade in 1825.
When I came for an interview here in 2000, it was the old Reed Hall, and it was dusty and musty, and the equipment was ancient.
Today you go to Reed Hall, and from the outside it's the same shell building that it was, but on the inside it's thoroughly modern, integrated, with all sorts of digital broadband connections.
We have so many computers to access, and it just makes my job as a student a lot easier.
A thoroughly technologically sound building. that can take a W&L student and train them not only in traditional print journalism, but in broadcast journalism, both radio and television as well.
Hello, and welcome to On the Record. My name is Tron Kim, and I'm here.
We are truly grateful to those who support Washington and Lee.
The University Commons is a magnificent building.
They call it the campus living room. It is.
The Commons. Oh my gosh, the whole flow of campus has changed because of the Commons.
The Elven Commons truly is a center for all of life on campus.
What's so great about the Student Center is it really meshes with the architecture of the old school. And that's so important to the alumni base because as everything changes, technological and advancements, we always want to have a little bit of the old unique history and W&L tradition.
New bridges traverse the ravine. New sorority houses enjoy stunning views of Woods Creek. A graceful structure resolves long-standing parking problems. And Wilson Hall, a new Center for the Arts, is underway.
It's going to be huge compared to what we have now.
60,000 square feet.
I like how on the hallway you'll always have music on the left and art on the right.
It's actually going to be bigger than the Lenfest Center itself.
Art will always be overlooking the creek for your studio classes, and music will have separate rooms for their own rehearsals and classrooms in the offices on that side.
It's going to bring all the arts together, which is another very exciting aspect of this project.
The arts, the sciences, the law school. The Campaign for the Rising Generation has carefully targeted ways to improve the life and education of all students.
The campaign is going to have a wonderful effect on the law school. In fact, it already has.
Big value, narrow holding.
We were able to renovate 7 law school classrooms to be state-of-the-art. We raised $12 million for scholarships, which exceeded our goal by approximately $2 million. And we were able to fund 5 additional endowed professorships, including most recently in the last few weeks of the campaign, in fact, the Steinheimer professorship.
The new classrooms I thought were wonderful. They were much smaller, much more intimate than the old classrooms. They encouraged that much more interaction between the students and professors, and that interaction is a hallmark of Washington and Lee to begin with.
The period of the judges.
Washington and Lee students work hard and play hard. Not all lessons can be learned in the classroom. The Campaign for the Rising Generation addressed the needs of an active student body, and the campus wears its new look with good old-fashioned W&L pride.
The enthusiasm that our student body has shown for the improved facilities is heartwarming, and you can see when they have their friends visit from other campuses, they want to take them around, they want to show them what Washington and Lee does for its athletic programs.
I was fortunate enough to play at W&L for wonderful years. The thing that I always thought was missing were the facilities. And I think the location of the new facility, not only is it majestic, but it's out of the wind. I describe it all the time as a small Wrigley Field that happens to be in Lexington.
Our old field, which is our practice field now, it's kind of a pit compared to this new stadium, which is just wonderful. It's perfect.
The fitness center is spectacular.
You can't even put it into words how much better this facility is than what we have had in the past.
It's modern, as up-to-date as it could possibly be, and it's the nicest fitness center that I've seen.
I think when you look at the broad array of sports, both men and women's sports, and the way we're performing, I think it's tremendous. It teaches you, teamwork. It teaches you leadership. It teaches you a whole bunch of things.
Universities are never allowed finishing touches. It's not like the pyramids. You build them and walk away and they're done. Universities continue to evolve. You invest, you build, you reap the benefits, and then you build for the next generation and you invest some more.
Washington and Lee will never aspire to offer anything but the best education on the foundation of its core values. The generosity of those who share those values assures the future will be as magnificent as the past.
I think it's a reason to celebrate because Washington Lee is Washington Lee.
John Elrod termed W&L a national treasure.
There's so much that we took away from Washington and Lee.
I want to be able to give back and to continue to give back to W&L.
It's the right thing to do.
You are part of putting together a university for the future.
This is an incredible experience to be a part of the stewardship of this institution.
The university is alive, it's vibrant, it's well as a result of this campaign.
We're very appreciative of all the efforts that our alumni have made.
Thank you for moving this university forward in its quest to be the best it can be.
All of us are enormously grateful.
Thanks is really given in our ability to see the institution continue to thrive.
The money that the alumni have given is really going to do great things.
Words really can't express how it's changed my life.
Without your contributions, I would not have been able to attend this school.
Thank you for making W&L such a special place.
We are very grateful.
Everyone just ought to stand up and cheer.
On behalf of a grateful university, thank you for making the campaign for the rising generation successful. Thank you for your support of Washington and Lee. Thank you for being Washington and Lee.